Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to make a headband using the crossover. It's an easy stitch. You use single crochet and double crochet, just crossing over in some places. And you're going to need some yarn. This is a double knit yarn, a tape if you don't know your head measurements, a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and a hook. I'm using a 3.5mm hook. You're going to start by making a chain to the circumference of your head. So stretched, whatever your head measurements, make sure that when you're getting the measurements, you stretch the chain so that it fits correctly. If it's loose, it will keep falling off. The number of stitches should be divisible by 4. I'm going to make a chain of 84. This should fit anyone whose head circumference is between 23 and 24 inches. I've got big hair. I'm going to make a chain and then I'm going to come back and we can start the stitch. 82, 83, 84. I've done my chain in multiples of 4 and then I'm going to add one stitch. This stitch doesn't count as a stitch, I just added it so that it's easier to work my stitch on my way back. Starting from the third stitch from the hook, you're going to single crochet, which is inserting your hook, yarn over and 2, and you're going to continue until the end of the row. I'm now at the end of the row and I'm going to single crochet in the last stitch. That's my first row, and then the second row we're going to chain 3 and turn, and then skip the next stitch and then double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then you're going to go back and double crochet in the skip stitch, this one, double crochet, skip stitch. Make sure you pull your loop a little taller so it's loose, so that your work doesn't curl, and then finish your double crochet. That's the first set of your crossover stitch. Skip the next stitch, work 3 double crochets in the next stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then work a double crochet in the skip stitch. Make sure you pull your loop and finish your double crochet. Skip the next stitch, work 3 double crochets in the next, work double crochets in the next 3 stitches, and work a double crochet in the skip stitch, making sure you're pulling your loop, and finish your double crochet. You're going to continue all the way until the end of the row. I'm just finishing the row 3 and then work a double crochet, and in the very last stitch work a double crochet. All right, so this is your second row. So your third row will just be a row of single crochets. And also, just to mention, this will be your right side where you work the crossover the crossover stitch, and where you work the single crochet, that will be the wrong side. Your third row will just be single crochet, so chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and then single crochet across all the stitches. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. I've now finished the third row. Now I'm going to go into the fourth row. So the fourth row will just be a repetition of row 2. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn, and once again we're going to be skipping the next stitch and work double crochets in the next 3 rows, 2, 3, and then go back and work a double crochet in the skipped stitch. Skip 1 and work 3 double crochets, 2, 3, and then go back and work a double crochet in the skipped stitch. And you're going to continue until you reach the size of your pattern. Because I'm making a headband, I'm going to repeat rows 2 and 3 more times. So I'm gonna have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last row will be a single crochet. I want my headband to measure about 4 inches. So I'm gonna work that off camera, and then I'm gonna come back and we can join the headband together. I'll see you when I'm done, when I'm joining my work for the headband. I'm now done with my stitch. As you can see, this is the height I want for my headband, and I'm just going to finish my single crochet here, and then I'm going to cut the yarn, but I'm going to measure enough to join the two sides. So I run the thread 1, 2, 3, 4 times. There's going to be some extra. There's going to be some extra, and that's fine. Close with a knot. I'm going to weave in this end first. When I'm weaving in ends, it doesn't matter which stitch I'm using. I just usually go under stitches. I go through the stitches. The reason why I use a sharp needle is because when I'm going through, I'm going to pierce through the stitches a little bit so that it stays, and I can just go back forward under some stitches. You just need to choose like random ways to do it, whichever works, as long as it's not distorting your stitch. I have found that this way of weaving in ends works really well. Right, so to join, the right side of the crossover stitch is where these threads are facing to the left. So I think if you're left-handed, they're going to be facing to the right. This side, they don't look as neat, but this side, they look very neat. This is your right side, and this is your wrong side. You're going to join on the wrong side. How I do it is I fold in half. Let me start by threading my needle so I don't get confused. Then fold my two pieces in half so the two ends are facing together. Then I fold the one side in half, and then I fold the side where I have the thread in half as well. Then I slide the one part, the left part of my headband in between the right part of my headband. But make sure that your thread is on the outside. And then we're just going to stitch through. So we're going to stitch through. When you fold it, make sure it's lined correctly so that you have the same number of stitches on the side. Just stitch through all the 4 pieces like this, and then back in the next stitch, forward, and then in the next stitch away. Just continue sewing back and forth through all the 4 pieces. Make sure not to skip any piece until you're at the end. And once you're at the end, you're just weaving your tail. Yes, and then I want to weave it in because once you're done weaving in, cut your yarn and then turn your earworm inside out, and you're done. I really love this stitch. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see patterns for other headbands, click the link in the video. Until next time, thank you for watching.